r/AskReddit. In what way did you lose the genetic lottery? Getting white hair at the age of 9. The white hair did spread, but thankfully most of my hair is still black in the majority. Obviously that just means you're the protagonist of your story and not some one-dimensional side character. IDK. In anime the white hair dude is always the most messed up in the head. Ibs gang where? On the can. Wife and I bought a bigger house with 3 bathrooms, so I could basically live on my own when I needed to. Everyone in my family has baggy dark circles under their eyes. Naturally, I inherited it too, made worse by the fact that I have a habit of staying up late. Hey, at least you can easily cosplay as Palpatine. Every time someone asks him about them he can say the attack on my life has left me scarred and deformed. Chinless. Thanks, Dad. You can have one of mine. So selfless. My ducking small ass hands. I'm a 6 foot, 190 pounds dude but have the hands of a 15-year-old girl. Pro is that it makes your dong look bigger. Not if you have a small dong to go with your small hands. Then you just look like the same pencil dong being held by a tiny lady. When I realized that my nose was growing faster than any other part of my body. When I was younger my gran used to regularly say, when God was giving out the noses you/him a dono who thought they were for eating so she took the biggest one. When I would ask my gran how she was doing she would respond with oh I'm doing everyone once and the easy ones twice. LOL. Didn't know what she meant until I got older. Dirty gran. My DNA is broken at the nibrin protein, essentially where your DNA tells broken DNA repair itself. So I have no good DNA. I am high risk for breast cancer and found out that because of my mutation I cannot have radiation or chemo, it will make any cancer spread. So if I get cancer in an organ that can't be removed I'm ducked. Edit. Thank you all so much for your kind words. And multiple gold and silver. I'm happy to answer any questions. Try to stay positive and do good always. Love and light. How did you know about your condition? I actually had some stomach issues. Went to GI doctor. My family genetics of cancer raised some eyebrows with my dad having kidney cancer and his mother had colon 3 times, so they decided to test. What a luck of the draw. Super susceptible to migraines. Passed on from my mum. That shit hurts. Copy paste from my other comment. I hope you find the solution and feel better soon. I was in a relationship with a woman who had chronic migraine. I did everything to relieve her pain whenever I can. Cold water. Make the room dark and cold. Get her some oil that would help like peppermint or lavender. Supplements like magnesium. We tried herbs. CBD oils. Anything. I would do anything to relieve her pain. I remember watching her sleep after hours of being in pain. It was peaceful. She was so beautiful. I felt so happy. I was that woman. And after ordering a brain scan on myself, I had a 9.5 centimeters brain tumor. I am a lady who is built like a gorilla. Long arms and short stocky legs. The upside is that I can win a slap flight from a good distance and have excellent balance on boats. You were born to be a pirate. If only I learned this sooner. My life's work has all been in vain. Schizophrenia. There was a 1% chance of it happening. And it duckin' happened. I'm sorry to see this. The ducking sucks. Aside from my dad I'm the only one in my family with a neurological condition, bipolar disorder with psychosis. That makes life hard and others feel uncomfortable around me. Except nobody sees or talks to my dad anymore, so it's just me that they consider to be acting up or whatever. Obviously I can't know how you feel exactly, but I do know it's really ducking tough and isolating to have an illness in this category. Sending you love and I'm here if you ever need a friend. Welcome to the Rare Mental Disorder Club. I have depersonalization derealization disorder. I didn't inherit it though. My erection curved 90 degrees down from about 2/3 out. I'm still curious how it would have worked. I got surgery where they straightened it out by removing a small wedge and stitching it back together. It has served me well for 15 years since. Peyronie's disease may be the culprit. My dad developed this late in life and had the surgery to correct it. He's super open about it and at one time was a mod on a forum about it. I'm praying it's not genetic. Hey, guys. Nice barbecue you got going on here. Super fun to meet you all. So anyway, listen. A while back my coke used to bend it like Beckham. And not in a good way. Mental illness. There's a lot of it in my family and unfortunately it didn't skip me. However, I have been actively working on my mental health for over a decade and that's helped break the cycle of intergenerational trauma and abuse. I have constant digestive problems and stomach pains that get worse when I'm stressed. My sight is so bad that without glasses I can't even recognize someone's face 6 feet in front of me. I hasten grown nails all the ducking time. I have a history of depressive and anxious disorders in my family, and it tends to show on me lately. Chidi, is that you? It is. Or, it isn't. Ducking asthma. That shit sucks. Fellow chronic asthmatic here. Indeed it sucks. It's not like we have to, breathe to live. Out of all things people could sucks at, you sucks at breathing. Autism severe enough to require special consideration, and mild enough that people conclude I don't actually need it. Yes, exactly this. You don't want people to notice, but at the same time, that prevents people from acknowledging your limitations. Ugh. Ducking, tell me about it, and don't get me started on the when are you having kids? You'd be a great mom. No, I ducking won't, Linda. I can barely take care of the train wreck that is my presence, let alone take care of an even bigger, screaming train wreck of a child. I'm ugly. And I'm proud. You'd be surprised how much simple self-care can go towards making you not ugly, as in, pick clothes that fit and are flattering on you, and in the right colors. You might have to go shopping with someone to help you pick. Get the right haircut for your face shape. Brush your hair, teeth. Go to the dentist. Get braces if needed. Use facial moisturizer, etc. Exercise. Lose some weight and build some muscle. Then build up your confidence. Know that you look better than you did. You're healthy and clean. And own it. Almost no one is model pretty, but no one is model pretty without trying. With a little weight loss, the right clothes and self-care, even a 2 or 3 can come out as a 6 or 7, especially with an attitude change. I'm pretty close to legally blind, but just in one eye. Because of this it turns out I don't have depth perception. So yeah, I can see fine cause the good eye is perfect vision. But I suck at knowing how far away things are. I have been hit in the face by balls many times, walked into walls, fell up and down stairs, all sorts of BS. Oh yeah, I was born that way, hence why it's a genetic lottery thing. LOL. Kira's incident is very upset about the phrasing. To appease them, I'm sorry I phrased things in a casual way. Hey, me too. I'm farsighted and have a lazy eye. I only see out of the left. My brain doesn't put both images together. And I can switch and look out of my right eye. But everything is always blurry, so I don't generally do that. Left eye is great though. I can see details farther away than most. Though I've never experienced real depth perception, I don't feel as though I miss it that much. I'm pretty good at judging distance, etc. It also makes me more sensitive to things like crooked paintings, or when things aren't straight or even, etc. It sucks that things like 3D glasses, and those stereoscopic pictures and some 3D monitors TV don't work for us. I too have been hit in the face by balls many times. It's kind of a fetish. My parents may as well be related with all of the issues I have. Crohn's disease, common variable immunodeficiency, Asperger's, depression plus anxiety, and I was born with my urethral tubes too low, resulting in chronic kidney and bladder issues. The surgery to correct it has made me infertile. I still have a pretty kick-ass life, but goddamn I wish the diagnoses and problems would stop piling up. My left knee went out in the 8th grade. Today both knees are bad, and I have ongoing issues with my wrists, ankles, toes and hips. I'm 27. My dad is the same way. In retrospect, being double jointed as a kid was more of a warning sign than a cool party trick. Starting to get a receding hairline at 23. Dude, I'm 24 and my shit is gone. I just started on the recommended treatments and I'm hoping I can get something back, but it's really ugly right now. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to me and I resent it every day. Ever thought of just shaving? My dad went bald when he was 18. And I will be bald in the near future too. Once it's too bad, I will just commit to have no hair before I would do any expensive treatment or something like that. In this era of beards, I cannot grow one for the life of me. Instead it is all patchy and thin. I do a fairly good job growing a mustache and I'm getting better at growing a beard. I'm womanless, so I would have preferred genetics not give me this power. Same. It takes me 2 hours to get ready for work because I spend an hour focused on ridding my face of hair for the day. When my mother would say, "I've had facial hair since menopause," I would tell her, "Be grateful, old woman. I've been dealing with this since puberty." Addiction. My dad and I get addicted to things so intensely it sucks. Both of us are cross addicted to drugs and alcohol, but sober now. Both smokers. But now we have tried to trade out for harmless addictions which have still caused social isolation and harmed relationships in our familial and occupational lives. Yay. What are these harmless addictions cause social relationship problems? Addiction is defined as something that impairs normal life. So playing a game on your phone excessively, not necessarily an addiction. Playing it during inappropriate times after having discussions about it and still not being able to stop, that's addiction for you. You can get addicted to basically anything and living the habit will be a major struggle. Best of luck to OP. Being prone to addiction sucks. I managed to steer clear of drugs and smoking, but if I start a new mobile game I'm suddenly playing it 14 hours a day. Yes, that means playing all day without breaks, except for dinner and sleep. It creeps up on me fast. Luckily I also get bored fast, so after a few weeks it dies down and I can get on with my life. I'm allergic to dogs, cats, and pretty much any of the lovable fluffy pets. I am also very lonely. Gallstones at age 20, Hashimoto and vitiligo starting at age 13, bad eyesight, IBS, asthma, ADHD, and a genetic disorder called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. It messes with collagen production, so I am prone to dislocate most joints and sprain most tendons muscles. It also affects skin, so I get lots of bruising and little cuts on my skin. I'm so tired of being in pain every day. My friend is the vascular kind and coughed too hard once and ruptured her carotid and gave herself a stroke. Feels bad knowing this is a thing. EDS represent. When the doctor or nurse begins to ask you about family history of, I tell them yes. Check all the boxes if there is a disease or disorder it runs in my family and I have a predisposition for it. My family has a spreadsheet of everyone's illnesses that we all carry on our phones. I just hand it to doctors when they ask. You should try it. It's much easier than trying to verbally explain that yes, my family ain't really that ducked. I think I'd need an encyclopedia for my family, but that's a good idea. I hate filling out the new patient forms. Check the boxes of all that run in your family. I'm like, well, this pen is going to run out of ink. Well, I have John Lennon's nose. Like, in a box? Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content. It's free and that's a great price.